Stop believing that adding 10 healthy years to your life is impossible, because what I'm about to tell you challenges one of the biggest myths about aging. Most people think longevity is determined mainly by luck or genetics. They assume that after 60, the body simply declines year after year with very little they can do about it. But modern science tells a very different story. Researchers now believe that lifestyle choices may influence how well you age far more than the genes you inherited. In fact, some of the most powerful longevity interventions are completely free and available to almost everyone. And here is something that should immediately get your attention. A major Harvard study involving more than 120,000 adults found that people who followed 5 key lifestyle habits lived up to 14 years longer than those who followed none of them. Another study published in The Lancet showed that many of the leading causes of premature aging are strongly linked to preventable lifestyle factors rather than unavoidable genetics. Now, listen carefully, because if you stay with me until the end, I will reveal the number one habit scientists consistently find among people who not only live longer but remain healthier, stronger, and more independent well into their 80s and 90s. Before we dive in, I want to ask you something personal. How old are you right now? And if you could add 10 healthy years to your life, what would you want to do with those extra years? Would you travel more, spend time with grandchildren, stay independent? Tell me in the comments, because I read every single one and your answer may inspire someone else. Let's begin. Number 5 is improving your sleep quality. This may sound simple, but sleep is one of the most powerful anti-aging tools available. Research from Stanford University found that adults who consistently sleep 7 to 8 hours per night show lower levels of inflammation, improved immune function, and better cognitive performance compared to those who sleep less than 6 hours. Think of sleep as your body's overnight repair workshop. Every night, your brain clears waste products, your muscles repair microscopic damage, and your hormones reset for the next day. When sleep is poor, those repairs remain unfinished. One patient of mine, Margaret, a 69-year-old retired librarian from Michigan, constantly felt exhausted and forgetful. She assumed it was simply aging. After improving her sleep routine and maintaining a consistent bedtime, she noticed better memory, more energy, and improved mood within a few weeks. This becomes even more important after age 60, because deep restorative sleep naturally declines. At the same time, cellular repair systems become less efficient. That means every hour of quality sleep becomes increasingly valuable. To improve sleep quality, maintain a consistent bedtime, avoid screens 1 hour before bed, and keep your bedroom cool and dark. A synergy tip is combining evening relaxation techniques such as reading or deep breathing with morning sunlight exposure. This helps regulate your internal body clock and improves sleep efficiency. Number 4 is preserving muscle mass. This may be one of the most overlooked secrets of longevity. Researchers from the National Institute on Aging have repeatedly found that muscle mass strongly predicts health, mobility, and independence in older adults. Think of muscle as your body's retirement account. The more you build and protect it earlier, the more you have available when you need it later. One patient, Robert, a 73-year-old retired mechanic from Pennsylvania, noticed he was struggling to climb stairs and carry groceries. He assumed weakness was a normal part of aging. After starting a simple resistance training routine twice per week and increasing his protein intake, he regained strength and confidence within months. This matters because after age 50, adults can lose up to 1% of muscle mass each year. After age 75, the body may lose nearly 35% of its ability to build muscle efficiently due to anabolic resistance, meaning muscles respond less effectively to protein and exercise. To support muscle preservation, aim for protein at every meal and perform resistance exercises 2 to 3 times per week. A synergy tip is consuming protein within 1 hour after physical activity to maximize muscle repair and growth signals. Now we are moving into the habits that may add the greatest number of healthy years to your life. And what comes next affects your heart, your brain, your metabolism, and your ability to remain independent for decades. Number 3 is controlling chronic inflammation. This is one of the most important longevity secrets that many people never hear about. Researchers at Stanford University have identified chronic low-grade inflammation as one of the strongest predictors of age-related disease. Elevated inflammatory markers have been linked to heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, cognitive decline, and even accelerated biological aging. Think of inflammation like a small fire burning quietly inside your body. When you are younger, your body quickly puts that fire out. But after age 60, the fire often continues smoldering beneath the surface for years without obvious symptoms. One patient, Linda, a 71-year-old grandmother from North Carolina, experienced persistent fatigue and joint stiffness. She believed it was simply part of getting older. After improving her nutrition and focusing on anti-inflammatory foods, she noticed better energy levels, less discomfort, and improved mobility within several months. This happens because inflammation damages cells and increases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is like rust forming inside the body. Over time, that rust affects everything from blood vessels to brain cells. After age 70, inflammatory activity often increases naturally, making it even more important to control through lifestyle choices. To reduce inflammation, focus on vegetables, berries, olive oil, nuts, fatty fish, and fiber-rich foods. A synergy tip is pairing anti-inflammatory nutrition with daily walking. Together, they create a powerful combination that supports circulation and cellular repair. Before we continue to the two most powerful longevity factors, take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Every week I share evidence-based health strategies designed specifically for adults who want to remain active, independent, and mentally sharp for as long as possible. Now let's continue. Number two is maintaining strong social connections. This surprises many people because it has nothing to do with supplements, diets, or exercise programs. Yet the research is remarkable. A landmark study from Harvard that followed participants for decades found that strong social relationships were among the strongest predictors of long-term health, happiness, and longevity. Think of social connection as nutrition for the brain. Just as your muscles need protein, your mind needs meaningful interaction. Without it, emotional stress increases and overall health can decline. One patient, James, a 76-year-old widower from Texas, became increasingly isolated after retirement. His physical health gradually worsened and his motivation declined. When he joined a local walking group and began spending more time with friends and family, his outlook transformed. He became more active, more energetic, and more engaged with life. Scientists believe social interaction helps reduce stress hormones, improve cognitive stimulation, and support healthier lifestyle behaviors. After age 65, loneliness has been associated with increased risks of cardiovascular disease, depression, and cognitive decline. To strengthen social health, schedule regular contact with friends, family members, community groups, or volunteer organizations. A synergy tip is combining social interaction with physical activities such as group walks, fitness classes, or community events. Now we arrive at the most powerful factor of all, and what makes it remarkable is that it influences almost every biological system associated with aging. Number one is daily movement and physical activity. If there were a pill capable of delivering the benefits of regular exercise, it would likely become one of the most valuable medications ever created. Research published in The Lancet and supported by the National Institute on Aging consistently shows that physically active adults live longer, experience lower rates of chronic disease, and maintain independence far later in life. Think of movement as a master switch. When you activate that switch, countless beneficial processes begin working throughout the body. Blood flow improves, muscles strengthen, brain function sharpens, inflammation decreases, mitochondria become more efficient, and metabolism improves. One patient, Eleanor, an 80-year-old retired teacher from Florida, believed she was too old to start exercising. She began with 10-minute walks around her neighborhood. Within months, she progressed to longer walks, light strength exercises, and improved daily mobility. She often told me she felt younger at 80 than she had at 70. This happens because movement directly influences many of the mechanisms that drive aging. After age 60, mitochondrial function naturally declines. Mitochondria are the tiny power plants inside your cells that produce energy. Physical activity encourages these power plants to become stronger and more efficient. Exercise also stimulates something called autophagy. Think of autophagy as your body's cleanup crew. It helps remove damaged cellular components and supports healthier cellular function. Research suggests that regular physical activity may reduce the risk of premature death by as much as 30 to 40%. To maximize benefits, aim for at least 30 minutes of walking most days of the week, along with strength training 2 to 3 times weekly. A synergy tip is combining exercise with adequate protein intake, which helps preserve muscle mass and supports recovery. Now step back and look at the complete picture. What if you really could add 10 healthy years to your life? The science suggests that for many people, that possibility is far more realistic than they realize, not because of a miracle supplement, not because of an expensive treatment, not because of a secret discovered in a laboratory, but because of simple daily actions repeated consistently over time: better sleep, stronger muscles, lower inflammation, meaningful social connections, and regular movement. These habits influence nearly every system involved in aging. They support your heart, they protect your brain, they strengthen your immune system, they preserve mobility, and they improve the quality of the years ahead. I have seen people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s make changes that dramatically improved how they felt and functioned. Some regained strength, some improved memory, some reduced medication dependence, others simply rediscovered the joy of living actively and independently. Because the true goal is not merely living longer, the goal is waking up with energy, walking without fear, thinking clearly, enjoying family gatherings, playing with grandchildren, traveling where you want to go, and maintaining control over your own life for as long as possible. That is what healthy longevity really means. And the most encouraging truth is this: it is never too late to begin. Every healthy meal matters. Every walk matters. Every conversation matters. Every night of good sleep matters. And every positive choice sends a signal to your body that it should remain stronger, healthier, and more resilient. If this video helped you understand how you may be able to add healthy years to your life, make sure you subscribe so you never miss future evidence-based health insights. And now I want to ask you something important. If you could gain 10 additional healthy years, what would you do with them? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one, and your answer might inspire someone else to take the first step toward a longer, healthier, and more meaningful life.